Hello friends, this is Bilal Heather, and in this video part we are going to learn about for in loop. Okay, but before we go and learn about it, I need to show you a little something. And for to show that, I have actually created a person and a JavaScript object for that person, and inside of that JavaScript object I have a few properties: f name, first name, last name, and age. Okay, and we know that we can access a property by typing person.fname, right? We can access this fname property of this JSON object by using the dot notation. So if I run this, I get John, right? But there is another way to access this property, and that can be very useful if we are using for in loop. So we can access this property by also using this syntax. So we put person, we put square brackets, and inside that we put the property like this. Okay, so this is another way we can access this property, and this thing is going to return me this value. Okay, so let me actually put it inside console login. You will see what I'm trying to do here. So if I run this code now, you see that I get John again. Accessing a property of an object like this, it's going to help us with for in loop. Okay, so let's say we have a JSON object which is very large object, and maybe it has maybe 100 properties attached to it, and accessing all of them, writing a property and by accessing it like this, it's going to be a painful task. Okay, so instead we use for in loop to iterate through all of the properties of a JSON object. So how we use for in loop? Just like the for loop, we put the for keyword, then we put parentheses, then the body. But inside these parentheses we say let property in person. So what it's going to do, it's going to get all the properties of this JSON object on each iteration. So on first iteration, it's going to get fname. In the fname will be the value of this property variable here, and you can name this variable anything you want. It can be x, it can be p, it can be anything basically. So for our case, we are just calling it property. And now what we can do, we know that this property contains this key. Okay, so what we can do, we can say console.log person, and this person needs to be exactly this person. Okay, so we tell our for loop that we are iterating through this person object. So we can now do person and property like this, and we save the file, and let me clear the screen and execute my code. So this is giving me all the properties values basically. So it's giving me the first properties value, it's giving me the second properties value, it's giving me the third properties value. And using for in loop, basically we can iterate through a JSON object like this. So even if we have a large JSON object which maybe has 1 million properties inside of it, we can access them all by writing this one simple loop and iterating through them. We can also put property itself before this, so I'm concatenating the string. Don't worry about it, we will learn about strings, how to work with strings later on, but for now I'm just showing you that we can access the property itself as well. So that's how it works. So I'll see you next time.